Welcome to Finnish Walkthrough Course intro episode. So in this episode, we will go through alphabet and basic info about Finland. But before going into the topic, I will introduce myself, my wife, and the contents of the intro lesson. So first, today we are going through 6 different sections. In the intro, we will introduce ourselves and also the way how we will teach Finnish in this course. And then basic information about Finland, Finnish alphabet, which is the main topic. And then quickly the Finnish grammar overview, Finnish learning materials, and in the end, Finnish libraries. So let's start from us. Who are we? I am Christian. I'm a native Finnish speaker.
And I'm Anna. I'm not a native Finnish speaker, but a very enthusiastic learner and also part-time teacher of the Finnish language.
Yeah, and you're a teacher by profession, but not Finnish teacher.
Yeah, I'm the languages teacher actually by profession of English and Spanish languages, but for a year I've been teaching Finnish as well to the foreigners.
Yeah, so I have my wife here giving the pedagogical stupid word pedagogical perspective, and from the foreigners' perspective on the Finnish language. I think that's also good.
Yeah.
And what else? Let's start from the map. So here you can see Google Maps. Here in Northern Europe, we have Finland, neighboring countries, Russia here, Sweden, here in the north, Norway, and here, Estonia. The Baltic Sea separates us. So let me show the map, show a few things about the map.
I don't know.
So the capital city is here, Helsinki. That's where I've lived maybe 11 years. 10 years in Helsinki, 11 years in Vantaa. I was born in Tampere, which is here. So until I was 2 years old, then we moved to Helsinki. Then I've mostly lived in Helsinki and Vantaa. 3 years I lived in Turku. Then we lived together a while in Helsinki and then near Pori in Multila. And currently we live all the way here, up here in Rovaniemi, which is the biggest city in Lapland. So yeah, that's my background. Oh, okay. And actually, let me say a few things more. So my grandma is from here, Kiuruvesi. It's in Savo. My grandpa is somewhere from here. The part we lost to the Soviet Union in World War II. But like my uncles and aunts mostly live close to Tampere. And I've traveled more than the average Finn. For example, I've walked from here, Norgam. It's the northernmost village in Finland and also the northernmost settlement in the whole European Union. So I've walked from here, all the way to Helsinki, and I've cycled it from Helsinki to the other direction. And I've made many road trips like around Finland. Like last summer, we traveled from Helsinki. We made it like round trip from here. A road trip of was it 4,000 kilometers?
3,000 kilometers, 3.5, in my opinion.
Yeah, And yeah, that's my background. Now let us go to the teaching system, or the system that we have to teach people Finnish. So we are using the language notebooks actually that I developed. So here is the structure you can see. So in English, you have a list of words with blank spaces. And the idea in these lessons is to give the answers for all these blank spaces with explanations about the vocabulary, about the grammar in the phrases, and also cultural aspects. Like for example, if the topic is greetings, I will tell you about the different ways of addressing people from different ages and all the cultural things, like where it's okay, or where it's like natural to start speaking with strangers, and like all the cultural things of each topic. And here you can see the topics. We have 60 topics about vocabulary, then 8 about grammar, but we will have like grammar points in each topic. When there's a sentence, especially in Finnish language, you need to know the grammar, because even forming the simplest phrases, you need to know the grammar. I mean, you cannot.
You need to know the structure of the language
Yeah.
before you can use it. Yeah, just knowing the vocabulary doesn't help here.
Yeah, it's not like Indonesian. You just stack words after each other. And I'll show you where to get the products. So here, ultimatelanguagenotebook.com. Here we have the fill in the blanks notebook. So you can see here a video. It's basically one product with different covers. So the content is the same. The content is the same. Like you can see, you just fill in the blanks. And in the beginning, there's a blank spread for the alphabet. And today we are giving like answers to that spread reserved for the alphabet. But of course, in Finnish, it's not that difficult because we use the Latin script and not a different script. So I would say that this empty spread is probably better, more useful for in languages where you use different script like Arabic or Inuktitut or Hindi. Or, yeah, but next time we will go through all of these, and then you can see introduction, and like this we will go through 68 topics. And I have to mention that we have also another product line, which is a bit more expensive. And here in the other product line, we already have the left pages from English to the target language. We have 19 of these. So here you can see, but basically we are going almost all the same as here and a little bit extra. So I think that was all about that was the intro. So now let's go to basic information about Finland. So let's open the Wikipedia, and I'm going to go through the things here. Suomi, that means Finland in Finnish. Suomen tasavalta, the Finnish Republic. Here is the flag, the coat of arms, the map. Presidentti means the president. Sauli Niinistö is not anymore the president. Yesterday we got the 13th president, who's Alexander Stubb. And here we have some big cities of Finland listed. The size of Finland is 338,000 square kilometers. So it's 64th in the world, 64th biggest. And we only have 5.6 million people, which is not that much. And the official languages are Swedish and Finnish and Swedish. What else can we talk about? Let me show a list of the Finnish cities, like the top 5: Helsinki, Espoo, Tampere, Vantaa, Oulu. But I would say Helsinki, Espoo, Vantaa they are so close to each other, so we call it the capital city region, pääkaupunkiseutu. And Tampere would be like second biggest if we counted these three as one. And the place where we are living now, Rovaniemi, is the 17th biggest. Although it's the biggest in Lapland, which is it's the biggest province in Finland. Mm-hmm. Let me show the provinces quickly. Here you can see the provinces of Finland. Lapland is here. It's huge, but only 120,000 people, 200,000 reindeer. And the remaining provinces of Finland have 5.4 million. So not that many people living here.
Funny.
But we've been almost in every province. I haven't been in Etelä-Pohjanmaa. I'm not sure if I've been in Etelä-Pohjanmaa. I think I've been in all the other provinces now. What about you?
Well, I was everywhere where you were during our summer trip.
Yeah, but
and more. I haven't been in the central Finland.
Central Finland and probably
some.
No, actually, I think we were. Yeah. Anyways, that's the map of Finnish provinces. Then what else? Finnish is let's talk about Finnish language. So Finnish is a Uralic language, like Hungarian and Estonian. Here you can see how far away the different Uralic languages are. Finnish is Baltic Finnic here. Where? Here.
Here.
Yeah. So Estonian is quite close, and then Hungarian is in the other side, I guess. Can you see Hungarian?
That here. It's Ugric.
Hungarian here. So we don't understand any Hungarian. And the Sami languages are here. Actually, in Finland, 3 Sami languages are spoken. Northern Sami, Inari Sami, and Skald Sami. Oh, here's an interesting statistic. So Finnish has 15 cases, Hungarian has 18, Komi in certain dialects as many as 27. Hungarian, together 34 grammatical cases and case-like suffixes. Verbs 24. Northern Sami only 6. It's actually a language that we've been learning online for a year. What do you think? Is Northern Sami easier?
Well, I wouldn't say that Northern Sami's pronunciation easier than Finnish one, but for me it's easier to learn it after I have mastered Finnish already.
Yeah. And like we can see, Hungarian has the most speakers, then Finnish, Estonian, then Mari, Komi, Moksha, Udmurt have more than 100,000. Then the others have like tens of thousands or few thousand people speaking them. Like Inari and Skolsoni only have around 300. So they are small languages. And what else? Finns arrived from the present day Russia, Volga River, around like 3,000 years ago. Like here you can see the migration waves. Do you have anything to add?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay. The economy of Finland. So the biggest companies are Fortum and Nokia. They are in the Fortune. Oh, okay, no, I don't know why Nokia is here, but not here.
It's Forbes list. That one was Fortune list.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, Nokia was founded in the city where I was born. Also, there is a city called Nokia, but the first factory was in Tampere, the second one in Nokia.
Mhm.
And for some reason, they took the name of the second location.
Interesting fact.
Yeah, that was late 1800s. And Nokia doesn't have any more cell phone department, sadly. And culture. I can introduce you the Finnish national symbols. Okay, the flag, coat of arms, national food, rye bread, national instrument, kantele, national personification, the maiden of Finland. I think this kinds of imagery was more shown in the 1800s when we had the nationalistic movement, like most of the countries in Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, Ukraine also had it.
Well, Ukraine has a lot of.
But I mean, the start
Yeah.
for different peoples who didn't have their own state. That happened in 1800s. National animal brown bear. So bears and wolves are some of the few predators that we have in Finland. We have also wolverines, but we don't have bears and wolves here in northern Finland, in Lapland. We have reindeer here, so
Yeah, but they're not that scary.
reindeer or
Reindeer.
no, I was talking. We have reindeer here, so that's why we
Yeah.
don't have the bears and wolves,
Yeah.
because you know what
Yeah.
happens
Yeah.
to them if they are here. Yeah, national poet, Enolenen Runeberg. Yeah, you can Google this yourself. Alvar Aalto, I think Alvar Aalto, the architect, designed the layout of the city, or you say the
layout.
yeah, for Rovaniemi, because Rovaniemi burned down during World War II and was rebuilt after that. I think according to his plans or something. What else? Oh, Finnish culture. This is a good one. Let me check. Some things need to be mentioned, especially sauna. Sauna. In Finnish, it's sauna. And they say that in my grandparents or grandparents' generation, people were born and they died in saunas. But that doesn't happen anymore. But still, saunas are important to us. And according to statistics, we have, or estimates, we have 2 to 3 million saunas and only 5.6 million people. What do you think about saunas?
It's a great way to relax.
Yeah.
I miss it.
Midsummer is important to us. The days are really long during midsummer. And the further north you go, the longer the days are. Was it a shock for you?
Well, I was prepared for it. I knew that it's gonna happen, but still, it's something like, oh my God, why is it still sunny? It's 12 at night.
Yeah, here is a smoke sauna. Here are some naked women in the sauna. So yeah, you have to be naked in some for people from certain countries. It's a taboo.
Yeah.
But here in Finland, being naked is not a taboo. Okay. Mostly, the saunas are separated like
men
by
and
gender.
Women,
yeah, but
if they are public saunas.
Yeah, but some families might be together in the saunas, and also some young people like university students. They might have mixed saunas. Like I've been a few times, not many times, but yeah. Cuisine. There's Karjalan piirakka. This is the food you should know. Well, it's from Karjala.
Karelia.
Actually, I've heard that there's more like people saying that Finns like steal the Karelian heritage, like the Kalevala was like more like Karelian folklore, and Karelians are like a separate people from Finns, but
whatever. It's a mix of cultures, and here we have what we have.
Yeah, the most famous Finns are usually Formula One drivers. We have 3 different world champions here. Kimi Räikkönen. 2007. I cried. I cried. It was amazing. So Kimi Räikkönen, Mika Häkkinen, he has 2 championships, and then Keke Rosberg, the father of Nico Rosberg, who won the championship for Germany. Paavo Nurmi, one of the biggest Olympic athletes in world history. Yeah, we have a lot of ski jumpers. Joulupukki, so Santa Claus is a huge thing here. Actually, they have a Santa Claus village here in Rovaniemi, and people all around the world come here in December and pay ridiculous prices for everything. But I don't complain. What else? Perkele. Yeah, that's a good word. It's a swear word. It's
very tasty.
Tasty? Okay.
Yeah, it's tasty one.
Okay. I think that was all about. We talked
basic. Basics
Oh.
About Finland, yeah.
Yeah, maybe more like also like the days are really long in summer.
Yeah.
Like in the northernmost villages, it's 73 days when there's no sunset, and in winter it's 53. Yeah, 53 days when the the polar night lasts for 53 nights. Yeah, and gender equality is really important here. Finland was the 3rd country after Australia and New Zealand to give the right to vote for women, but Finland was still part of the Russian Empire. Oh yeah, history. Yeah. So to summarize, Finland was part of Sweden from the Swedish Crusades, so to year 1000 to 1200.
Around 600 years it's been under Sweden.
Yeah, from 1200s until 1809, it was part of Sweden, and a bit more than 100 years, Finland was part of the Russian Empire, and until 1917, and after that, like, okay, here you can see the map of Finland between 1920 and 1940. So we had much more territories here, a bit here, and Karelia, like where my grandfather was born. But he was a war refugee, actually. He had to flee from here, from Muola to Tampere, Kangasala. Here you can see Petsamosalla, Karjala, or part of Karjala. We have southern Karjala, or Karelia, and northern Karelia, the provinces here in Finland, but a big portion of Karelia we lost. Yeah. I think that was all the basic information about Finland. Now we can go and discuss the alphabet of Finnish. Yeah. So, Finnish alphabet, Suomen aakkoset. How do we do it?
I think you should pronounce the letters as they should sound.
Yes.
Leave some notes if there are any.
So A is A.
It's just basic A.
Yeah, you can comment because you know there's something.
Yeah.
Something.
Nothing special about this sound. It's just A, but just make sure that it's kind of a deep sound from here.
Yeah, and also the vowel lengths are important.
Yeah, let's talk about a bit later. Yeah, first alphabet.
B. So B.
B, yeah, nothing special about it.
It's in some Finnish, like in some parts of Finland, people don't know how to say B. They say, like, instead of banani, they say banani. Like more, it's closer to P.
It has to be more sound and more inspiration here. Yeah, but as long as it's kind of a lone letter, yeah, basically it's only in loan words appear. So
yeah. C is se, and it's also used mostly in loan words like curry and cesium. So kurry or kurri, Finnish people would pronounce, or karri, kurri or kurry. And cesium, so it can be K or S.
Yeah. So basically, this letter you can pronounce according to the pronunciation rules of the language from which the word has come to Finnish.
What pronouncing this?
Like if it's curry, then it represents k.
Yeah, the first the sound. Yeah. D is de.
Also, nothing special about it.
E is e.
Just remember that it's not E, but E.
F or affa.
Just like it.
Yeah, this is not that often used, like asfaltti or uniformo, but I would actually use the alternative way, asfaltti and uniformo.
Okay.
I wouldn't say asphaltti.
Okay, but it's the Finnish perspective. Yeah. I would say it's asphaltti because in my native language it is F.
Yeah, pharaoh is pharaoh. Then say pharaoh. G, G.
G, yeah. Remember that it's G and it goes from here, like explosive.
Yeah, so it's never like J.
And never like G.
Like in Ukraine?
Like in Ukraine, it's never like G.
Who would say like that?
Well, I don't know. There are some languages where you can try to use this kind of sound. Yeah.
And in like Spanish, like
yes.
Like
so it's g like in English.
Yeah, but yeah, it's mostly like loan words. Gala, geni. We don't have that many beginning with G or containing H. Ho.
Yeah.
Ho.
Yeah, be careful. It's ho. And it has to be pronounced, not unlike French and Spanish, and it's not that
French
hard.
and Spanish. They don't say it.
Yeah, it has to be pronounced outright.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike French and Spanish. Yeah, and beware Russian speaker people. It's not it's
Oh yeah, you sometimes have too much Leo.
yes.
Yeah. I, E.
It's just E.
J, Y.
Yeah, beware here as well. Remember, there is no such sound as J in Finnish language.
No.
Remember that it's Y.
So like Y in English.
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah. K, Ko.
Just like sound K.
Yeah, shouldn't be difficult. Although in Estonia, I had a classmate who couldn't pronounce K. So when he had to count, he said instead of yks, kaks, kolm, he said yks, as, kolm. I don't know how that's possible.
That is interesting. Well, actually, I have also an example of it. One of my children.
One of your children. How many children do you have?
When I was an au pair, one of the kids.
Our children was the older. Okay, yeah, your au pair.
Yeah, so the boy couldn't pronounce the K sound as well properly. He was like an Osa language, saying like this. I can't pronounce it. Yeah.
L, or Alla.
Yeah.
Always hard.
Always hard, but this is a mystery sound for me still, because as though he says it's always hard, I hear some kind of palatalization there, like l, al. I don't know. Al. Oh, I hear you have palatalization there. It's not that.
Alla.
It's not that hard. Yeah, what?
I don't know. I think Russian soft L's are. I never know to use soft.
Yeah, but I hear soft al when you pronounce it in Finnish. And yeah, and actually this is the problem sound for me in any language. I never hear the difference.
Estonians have the softer version of L. Yeah. So I think when Finns speak Estonian or vice versa, that might show that, yeah, this is not the native speaker. I think I can pronounce this. M is or amma.
Yes, nothing special about it.
Amma is actually not a bitch, but it's not a good word for a woman. Amma. It's the letter, but also it can be
an offensive word for a woman. Yeah,
she's an amma. Like that's you should never say to someone like you're an amma. That's not good. An, or Anna.
Yeah, nothing special about it.
O.
Yeah, just no diphthongs here. It's just O.
P.
Sound.
What do you think? Maybe some English speakers might have too much aspiration.
Yeah,
like with K.
Yeah, English speakers.
P.
Yeah, because to English phonetics, it's it's characterized by this aspiration sound like k, p, t. But in Finnish, you don't have this aspiration.
You would write the H if there's any aspiration. If there's no H, there's no aspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the biggest problem for English speakers.
For English speakers, especially for British speakers.
Yeah, if they got rid of the like extra aspiration, they would pronounce much better Finnish.
Yeah, you have to like kind of a wink can be you can imagine those letters after the letter S, because in English language you don't have an inspiration after the letter S. For example, in
S.
Yeah, S. Stop, spot, ski. You don't have aspiration, so imagine that this kind of sound.
T, D.
Yeah.
No, did I say? Where were we? No, we are in P. Oh yeah, we are in P.
Yeah.
Q, Q.
Yeah, this one, it's really rare in Finnish language, only in loan words. It's the only one that I have ever come across was QR-koodi. That was the only one.
GUR. Okay, I would say with G, like G, G, GUR. Because but here you can see it's typically represents K, but some speakers mispronounce it as G. If I say the letter, I would say GU.
Yeah.
Or would I say GU? Because QR code, I would say GUR.
Well, you're one of those native speakers who mispronounce it as G.
No, I'm not sure if I would say it like that if the U is somewhere else. Well, actually, I don't know where.
Where else?
Yeah, okay. I might be the speaker who mispronounces it because it's so infrequent.
Infrequent, yeah.
R. This is the well, probably also one of the biggest problems besides the aspiration.
Yeah,
for English speakers.
For English speakers, for French speakers might be because it's very
also German speakers.
Yeah,
as well.
for German speakers as well. Yeah.
Not all German, because some like this Swiss and maybe Austrian, they have like.
It depends. It depends, but not gonna be a problem for Russian, Ukrainian speakers, Spanish speakers, because it's so kind of hard.
Yeah. I don't know how it ends, but that's how it starts. That's actually a rhyme logo.
It's tongue twister.
Well, yeah, there was another, but yeah, it's a tongue twister that we use to test the children if they can pronounce the R. And if you can't pronounce it, I don't know which age, maybe school age. By school age, you will have to go to speech therapy.
Yeah.
I had some friends who were already like at 12, 13 years when they still had to continue the speech therapy.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't pronounce the R.
Yeah, it's quite typical problem in Russian speakers as well.
Okay. There are like a small portion of adults who never learned it, but not that many. S is assa.
Nothing special. Well, it may be a bit like in English, a bit alveolar sound. It's not like in Russian, for example.
In Estonian, for example, the word cat is koss, but a Finn would say koss, and not koss.
Yeah, so basically when I pronounce the S sound in Finnish, I would put the tip of my tongue here to the alveoles, the kind of a small mold behind your upper teeth. So I would put my tip of my tongue there to pronounce the Finnish S.
Do you always think where you put the tip of your tongue when you speak?
Well, I thought about it when I was studying Finnish pronunciation.
That's good. T, D.
Yeah, so as we've mentioned, no aspiration here, it's just like t.
U, U.
U. Nothing special.
V, V.
Nothing special. Well, probably for Spanish speakers, it might be a bit.
Why?
Because they don't have V sound, they have more like B.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you have to kind of
The teeth.
bite.
Yeah.
To bite.
Touch the
yeah.
lower lip. W, kaksois-V or tupla V. I would say, I don't know, both. Yeah. In Finnish, we don't have V and W and V. We just have V. So we don't have the W sound actually.
Yeah. So well, and this W sound is only words also.
Yeah, we have also like names such as Mika Valtari. Valtari is the surname, but we say Valtari and not Valtari.
But was he a kind of Swedish time author?
No, it's not. He was born in the 1900s.
Okay.
Oh, world famous. I didn't know he's world famous.
But still, it can be kind of like spelling tradition already.
Yeah, I mean,
so
it's probably Valtari. Yeah, that's not a Swedish. But yeah, when Finnish was written first, the old orthography, they used W for V. Much more. X, ax, or axa. We don't use it much.
Yeah, it's basically always replaced by KS.
KS.
KS digraph.
Yeah. Y. U.
This one is tricky for foreigners.
Was it for you?
No, it wasn't for me because I used to be phonetics teacher. But yeah, as far as I come across different students, it was a real problem for them. So to pronounce this sound, you have to make your lips like this, to make some kind of a tune with your lips, and then say ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
Like in word new, but take away this u sound, and it's what is left is this ooh, new, ooh.
Maybe the closest in Russian would be the with
Not
but mouth is wider.
Not but in Russian, when I teach Russian speakers, I always say that it's like you sound, but without you. Well, like in words, for example, люди. I also pronounce the word люди and then take away L.
L.
L. I already speak Finnish. And take away L, and what is left is this U. Люди, U.
No, I don't.
Well,
so.
but
it doesn't sound to me.
But it's the closest. It's not exact.
Yeah, for me, when I started learning Russian, I thought, okay, U and U are probably the closest.
Well, they are
from
not,
my perspective.
Well, but I can explain why they're not, because when you pronounce U in Russian, U sound, it goes from here, from deep. But in Finnish, U, it's more like
yeah,
it
but
goes.
I mean, it's the same, but you just put it, you just generate it like further back.
Well, I'm totally disagree, but
we
okay.
can agree to disagree. Continue. Z, Z or Zeta.
Quite a tricky letter for Finnish speakers.
Yeah, you never know if it's Z or if it's Z or Z. Like,
yeah,
we don't have many words with Z.
They're all loan words, and Finnish speakers can pronounce it like z, z, like something s.
It's totally random.
Yeah, it's really random. Just pronounce as you know.
Yeah, this is why when I studied Russian and Chinese, the different ch and sh sounds, they were completely random for me. Not for me that much. I mean, okay, I had also some difficulties with Chinese and Russian, like some of the sounds, but at least I could hear myself mispronouncing them. But
Yeah.
like in Russian, you have sh, ch, s, but Finns can like even mix up s and ch
Yeah.
and sh, which is like
so different.
No, they are really different. But yeah, I don't know how to say this in English. The A with an O with the dot above. This is we call it the ruotsalainen O, the Swedish O.
Yeah, well, you can meet this letter only in the words of the Swedish origin, where they have this letter, and it's pronounced like O. So
I think we don't have any words, any Finnish words, only location names and surnames, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think any Finnish word has this letter.
No, that's what I say. That Swedish origin, that Swedish words that contain already these, and they are basically only place names and surnames.
Yeah. Or no, the A with umlaut, or what's it called in English?
Umlaut. Umlaut.
And umlaut is German language. Yeah. Why? What does English? Why is it A with?
English doesn't have it because especially because English doesn't have the umlaut.
Why don't they have a word for it? Why did they steal from German?
I haven't checked this out.
Okay, well,
so you see this A with 2 dots.
Yeah, umlaut. This is a.
Yeah, this is a. So when you try to pronounce this sound, well, my tip would be is to always make a contrast with the letter A. So A is always deep and A is closer to the tip of the tongue. So these sounds always go in pairs. A.
Why sometimes you like mix a and a? You say sometimes word with a when it's a.
Well, because in those cases when I mix
you're just tired and
I'm just tired and I don't remember which one was there.
Also, your friend did the same, who sounds like really fluent, really good pronunciation. But I could hear, like, I was sometimes, hey, sometimes it's like A is a and O is I know, like is O.
Oh, well, you can just forget which letter was which sound. And for me, it's always when I'm tired, I forget how to pronounce words.
Okay, I thought it might be something
no
for Russian speakers.
Mostly it's like when you don't remember which was originally there.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, because when you think the visual representation, then it's almost similar. Then you're like, okay, was it all right?
I don't have this problem when I'm reading, for example, because I exactly know how to pronounce those letters, but I just forget.
Yeah. And did I say already the O with umlaut, the dots? Yeah. This is
Yeah, another tricky one. So this one you can compare with O, always in contrast, like O from here, from deep within, and closer to the mouth.
I don't know what's so difficult. It's easy.
It's well, I also don't see why it is difficult, but for some reason it is for many language learners. So just remember, there are 3 pairs of letters in Finnish that you always have to like put a contrast between them. They're A, O, I, U. Yes, I'm mixing up languages now. So these 3 pairs, like always the contrast.
Sometimes I think it's hard for foreigners to pronounce the words which have like not one of these hard letters, but more like after each other. Like
Yeah, like
Can you say köyliöläisen, yötyöläisen, hääyöäjä?
köyliöläisen, yötyöläisen,
Köyliöläisen,
köyliöläisen,
yötyöläisen,
yötyöläisen,
hääyöäjä.
hääyöäjä,
The last one,
hääyöäjä,
hääyöäjä.
hääyöäjä.
A bit weird, some letters. Wait,
Hää,
yö,
yö,
aie,
aie,
hääyöaie.
hääyöaie.
Okay, better.
But that was tricky one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really good.
but yeah, it might be tricky to pronounce when they go.
So I think it's important to mention about the vowel and consonant length.
Yeah. Then another point that is really important in Finnish pronunciation and spelling is the length of consonants and vowels. Okay, maybe for English speakers, the length of the vowels isn't that surprising, because in English you also have this, the sound length can change the meaning of the whole word. So in Finnish is the same. If there are two R letters in the word, so you pronounce it accordingly as a long R. If there are two O letters, then it's O. You always have to pay attention to the length of those letters, those sounds. Yeah. If you have double vowels, always prolong the sound. And it's really important because the length can change the meaning of the word. Like, for example,
Yeah, I meet you and I kill you. Or I
no,
meet...
not this one, because it's about the consonants. About the vowels, for example, uni, the dream. Yeah. Uni, one, u, a dream, and uni, a stove. Yeah, and okay, the vowels, it's an easy one, but
no, I think for Romance language speakers it might be, because it's...
yeah, but okay, but it's understandable how to prolong the sound, the vowel. Yeah, if you have a and a, it's kind of, it's easier to make it, at least. But the Finnish language has the double consonant thing.
Don't everyone have?
No, in Russian we have double consonants, but we don't pronounce them as double.
Why do you have them then?
I don't know.
No.
So double consonant things. If you have two K's in the word, you have to pronounce two K's.
Like Mikko, Pekka.
Mikko, Pekka, not Mikko, Pekka. Mikko, Pekka.
So is it the glottal stop between them, or what?
Yeah, some kind of a stop. You have to start pronouncing the letter K, but stop before the actual sound coming out, and make kind of explosion. Pekka. Yeah, the first K is kind of mute one. Pekka, and the second one is being pronounced. Yeah, the same goes with P, double P's. What?
Peppo.
Peppo, yes.
T, Matti.
Matti. See, my favorite example is mato, a worm, and matto, a carpet. So if you want to say a carpet, please remember to double the consonants, because otherwise you will talk about a worm.
Yeah. NG is ang. We call it the ang, the ang sound. So it's like.
Yeah, well, actually it's the same as in English. For example, NG, it's and K as well. There is also nk sound, lanka.
Yeah. But otherwise, the Finnish alphabet is like completely phonetic, almost as phonetic as it can get.
Yeah, you just read as you see. If you see two consonants, if you see two vowels, then you pronounce accordingly.
Yeah. Okay, these ones we don't use. Sometimes you see them.
Well, in loan words.
Yeah, like shampoo is mostly written with sh, and chess shaki with sh as well. But the language Chechen, for example, I've seen that officially it has this letter.
Yeah, well, it's official. If official it has, but I have never those letters in Finnish.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it seems to me.
And then if you like, I showed you the names of the letters, but sometimes we use these, which are used here. Like for example, if you call the bank or somewhere and you tell your social security number and you say the numbers and ho, then they are like ho niinku Heikki, ho like Heikki, or because some letters sound similar, like an, am, an, ho, ho, yeah, like or e, like i niin kuin Iivari, i like Iivari, or j niin kuin Jussi, because when you talk on the phone, it might be hard.
Yeah, it might be hard. Some connection disruptions and
yeah,
so on.
Yeah, so that's why we have these, and I actually didn't remember all of these. Like
I never tried to remember.
Kaksois V niin kuin viski, X niin kuin X.
Well, we have something something like this in Russian language, but I never used those. I just when I'm on the phone, I'm just thinking of some other word. Okay, I'm just making up my own words.
Yeah, that's actually what I do as well.
Yeah.
But it seems like this is the official.
Yeah.
Because when I was working at the warehouse, I had the like headphones, and there was a robot telling me which shelf and everything. So where to pick this stuff. So it said Arne 3, Arne 3, Berta 2, Celsius 5. So that's where they had only Arne, Berta, Celsius.
Yeah.
So the first three, because it was divided. But yeah, so there are situations where you might encounter this, so it's good to know. That was the Finnish alphabet. Let's see some additional resources about grammar and orthography. So Kielitoimiston ohjepankki. This is for Finns to check things about the Finnish orthography. I'm not going to show all of these, but you can find here nimet is names. You can find here how to like conjugate location names, people's names, and nationalities. How to conjugate in Finnish. How we, and also surnames, and here you can see how to abbreviate things and the different symbols. Like a lot of good resources here, like etymological dictionary, and the Old Finnish dictionary. Like it gives the forms for the words, like the old forms, and yeah, really many good links. So I think it's a good resource for language learners, like who want to learn Finnish. It might, I think it's only in Finnish. I'm not sure. I can't find, it might be also in Swedish, but I think if you want to learn, you can, what? No. So you could use just Google Translate and use this site. That's the only way. But I think they have really good resources there. Yeah. Finnish grammar overview. So let's go really quickly. Okay, let's actually just use Wikipedia. We're just telling the main things. So Finnish has. Does it have? Okay, Finnish
Really?
doesn't have any genders, any grammatical gender on nouns or anywhere.
Yeah.
Pronouns or.
Yeah. For English speakers, it might be, well, nothing special, but for Spanish speakers, for example, and the Romance language speakers for Slavic languages, it might be, I think, no genders, no adjective conjugation, and so on and so forth.
And no articles.
No articles. Yeah, for me it also was a very good thing because I hate articles.
No definite, no indefinite,
nothing.
So what do you think? How can we say if it's the dog or a dog?
Well, I've never thought about this because we don't have them in Russian, and I was just like, yes, because
you just understand from the context.
I just understand from the context, and maybe sometimes the word order helps.
Yeah, and maybe like se koira, like that dog, or maybe demonstrative pronouns, or like there was one dog, like siellä oli yksi koira, or something like that.
Yeah, some helpers might say context, word order, some demonstrative pronouns can help with that.
Yeah, so he and she is just han. It's easy. The personal pronouns, there are like the colloquial ones, which we will go through in the coming lessons. Demonstrative pronouns, we have like 3 levels. Like some, you just have 2.
Yeah, in Russian we have just 2, this and that.
We have this, that, and then like it or that,
over there,
which we cannot see. Like tämä here, tuo, that, se, the one we don't see.
Just in mind.
But Northern Sami has 5, or was it 6? 5.
Yeah, 4. I was just like.
Yeah. Just normal pronouns here. Nouns, what do we? Yeah, no grammatical gender like we mentioned.
Yeah.
But cases. Yeah.
Cases.
The nouns have
cases, but
many cases. But good news for everyone who has studied Hungarian, or only 15.
Only 15. Bad news for Russian speakers. It's more than in Russian.
Yeah, and 40 more than in English. Or if you count that they have 1.
Yeah, they have like genitive only. And it's also like half a case.
Practically, they don't have.
Well, they have the genitive, like this apostrophe s case.
S.
S.
So in Finnish, we have 6 locative cases, depending if it's internal or external, but more about this later. The important thing is to know that the nouns have to be conjugated, no, different. Yeah.
Changed.
Yeah. According to different cases, and that depends on the verbs or.
Yeah, there are many factors. Many factors. Yeah.
So probably in the next lessons we will like maybe show the phrase and maybe show quickly the chart. Okay, it's this case, and then some explanation. Yeah. What else? Numerals. They are quite difficult because you have to technically change
the numbers
according to all the cases. So that's something you hate.
I hate it. I hate numbers in any language.
Yeah. Adjectives. You just need to know that it's like in English, so the order is not like in Romance languages where you say like a red house is house red. Yeah,
so it's like
in English. So punainen talo, red.
Adjective, house. Then
Talo. And also the adjectives have to agree with the case of the noun.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't need to know this.
No.
Yeah. Adjectives, comparative form.
Yeah, it has relative comparative forms.
Postpositions and prepositions. We don't have that much prepositions.
But yeah, there is kind of postposition. So as I explained for those who don't know grammar terms, this is a preposition, but after the noun.
Yeah.
Like this is what this post means.
Yeah.
Often.
And then there are some that you can put like before or after that are can function as well.
Depending on the case also.
Yeah. And Finnish has 2 voices, active and passive. Some languages have like 3, like medial, passive, or I don't even understand what that means, but moods. Finnish has indicative, so which is like the basic form.
Yeah.
Conditional, like I would do something. Then imperative, like commands. And then we actually have the potential somewhere, but I never use it. It's quite old. I think no one. Or optative. Oh, optative also. Optative and potential, but like here.
I have never heard about it.
This is something that no one would actually use ever.
Yeah, this potential, I've never understood it.
Oh, eventive, no longer used in mono-Finnish. The eventive mood is used in the combination of the potential and the condition. Okay, I
new things for me as well.
Yeah.
Finnish has a few infinitives, not one infinitive, but several. Or was it 5?
Yeah, here it says 5, but you just need to know it has 5 infinitives.
Yeah, for now.
That's good enough now. And do we have the tenses here?
In my opinion, it was something before it. Yeah.
No, I think it's
engage.
Like let's find the tenses, but first we have here the negation of verbs, which is typical to Uralic languages.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting thing. Well, basically in most of the languages that I know, Romance, Germanic, Slavic languages, when you want to negate, you just add the particle not, whatever it is in a language, no, not, near, and then the verb form in some personal form. But in Finnish, it's vice versa. You change the particle not in different personal forms. So I am not, it would be mina en plus verb stem. You are not sina et plus verb stem. So this not particle changes.
Yeah, like you can see here, according to.
Yeah, the verb doesn't change. It also always in one form, but not particle changes.
And I don't know where the tenses were, but to finish.
My opinion, they were somewhere here.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, verb forms, 10 aspect forms here.
So present, which is like present and future, because we
don't have future tense.
No, I mean.
You don't have future.
We don't have a future.
Finns don't have any future.
Think about the future. We live in the moment or in the past. So present, then 3 past tenses like imperfect, perfect, and pluperfect. And you don't understand why we have this many, although some languages have more.
Yeah, I understand the past tenses because I know the logic, but I don't understand even in English. Sometimes, why do you need so many past?
Sometimes you use like the perfect case when I'm like, why didn't you use the imperfect?
Well, because sometimes the logics of Finnish perfect and imperfect tenses does not coincide with English. logics, and sometimes I just mix them up.
Yeah.
And okay, whatever. You understand me, and that is good enough for me.
Yeah. Okay, that was all about verbs. Adverbs. Usually you form it by putting sti in the end, but not always like that.
But usually,
yeah,
not the worst part of the Finnish language.
Yeah. What else? Sentence structure. Yeah, this is important. The word order is normally SVO, subject, verb, object. So the dog bit the man, but you can also like koira puri miestä, but you can also switch almost into any order. Some of them might sound a bit weird or poetical, but they are usually.
But I have never heard that the verb would precede the noun.
Yeah, it can be also like
puri
miestä koira.
It's possible. It's not a mistake.
It is. It just sounds really weird and poetical, like someone's trying to be poetic while being drunk. Puri miestä koira.
Because some kind of Master Yoda.
Yeah, you can put it in any order, but the SVO is the most natural one.
Yeah, unlike English, because in English the word order shows the connection between the words.
Because English doesn't have any cases.
Because English doesn't have any cases, but in Finnish the cases show the connection between the words and their relation.
Yeah, so this is why the cases make Finnish such a flexible language. So you can put the words in any place because you can see from the case the relationships between the different
words.
Words, yeah. Then we have some like suffixes forming questions and like expressing agreement and other things. But yeah, that was the summary of the Finnish grammar.
Don't be afraid. It's not that bad.
Yeah. And Finnish language learning materials, like I said, from our webpage, Ultimate Language Notebook, you can find these fill in the blanks notebooks for different languages. So we have currently 6, but we are expanding and going to publish more. So most of them have, like I showed, the cover is different. We have hundreds of different covers, almost 600 for English speakers. So if you're learning another language, you can try to find here, like just search for the language. Tell me in any language. Okay. So we, like you can see, English institutes, Finnish, and Swedish institute. So yeah. So from our website, you can find the different notebooks, but you can of course do the same on a blank notebook and use our videos to fill your note, like write notes based on our videos. And here on Reddit, they have a really good list of Finnish language learning materials. So just Google this group, Learn Finnish, and they have this resources page where they have all kinds of resources listed here. And maybe a few words about the Finnish libraries.
Yeah, Finnish libraries is something really cool.
Yeah, I thought they were just normal, but before you, but you told me about the Ukrainian libraries how it's a bit different there. Like here, this picture is from one library in the center of Helsinki, quite beautiful. It's not this one, but this is the most famous one, Oodi. It was constructed a few years ago.
2019.
Yeah, around that time. So it's really beautiful. It's like a tourist attraction. People go there. I always see there are a lot of tourists just walking there.
Yeah, but it's the library in Finland. It's a place to hang out. Actually, because if you don't have anywhere to go, you can go
actually, they have a really good place there to hang out. So like you can charge your battery, and there are like comfortable places to sit.
Yeah, different locations, and they are very comfortable, and yeah, you can pick everything.
Yeah, here in Rovaniemi, where they have a studio where they have different instruments, musical instruments. You can
go and play.
Yeah, you can also like use the digital, like electronic music making software. They have like really cool stuff. I think also the studio that we saw, I think they have, you can record also. They have like microphones and everything.
Yeah.
And they had the vinyls.
Yeah.
And in order in this place, you can actually use 3D printers, and here too. But they have also like sewing machines and
different kind of machines, whatever you want.
PlayStations, like you can also reserve time to play some consoles and different kind of video games. Really cool. And here are some pictures from the libraries in Helsinki. So they are, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Quite, I thought they were normal, but yeah, they are quite cool when I think.
Yeah, it's a place to hang out. And yeah, and another interesting thing about libraries in Finland, you have library buses.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I think I have never tried that. Maybe as a child.
I have tried. When I lived in Laukkala, there was a library bus that came there, and then I went there to have a book from library bus. So actually, it's like a moving library for you.
We actually there are also moving like these buses, which are shops. Like in places where they don't have that many shops, like Kangasala, close to Tampere, where my grandparents live, like my mom's childhood home. I remember spending some summers there, and the myymäläauto, the shop bus, I don't know, arrived there, and we were running and went there. We had to walk first, like 2 kilometers or something. It was basically a bus where they had a shop.
Well, that's all stuff, all kind of stuff. But yeah, and library buses are really cool. You can just walk in, see on the shelves. There are no seats there, like in buses. They have shelves all around, and you choose, and you go to the driver's place and give him the book that you want, and he just picks it.
But you should
of
have
course.
your library card.
Yeah, of course, I have to have my library card. And actually, it's not necessarily that I have to return the book to the bus. I can go to any library of the region where this library book is valid and just return it there.
Yeah, so different regions have, like, if you get the library card here in Rovaniemi, you can actually use libraries in all of Lapland. And if you get it in Vantaa, Helsinki, Espoo, you can use it maybe in Uusimaa, or no, maybe no, the capital city region, maybe also close by areas, maybe Sipoo.
I'm not sure, because in Laukkala I had Nurmijärvi.
Oh, okay, then yeah, but it depends always. But it's a bit special here in Rovaniemi, because you can use it anywhere in Lapland. Lapland is huge.
Yeah, and actually when we lived in Pori, we could use it everywhere in Satakunta.
Yeah. All right, that was all about the intro lesson. Next time we are going through chapter number number 1. Let me show you chapter number 1. So that was greetings, and we will give all the explanations about the grammar vocabulary, including the grammar points and cultural aspects. So see you then.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.